So we're going to paint some flowers today. I collabed with Chelsey and she's going to be sharing her flowers as well. You'll be able to see both of them. She basically directed me on how to paint this one and I shared with her how I did my palette knife painting. So look for that one coming up too. Chelsey is new on YouTube, so head over to her channel and show her some love. You know I love flowers. I absolutely loved her style. They're whimsical, they're fun, they're very colorful, and we're going to paint them. So I'm going to start out with my Princeton dagger brush. This is the 1/4 inch, and we're just going to make some little C curves. Now, they're kind of curling around, they're curvy, they're messy, and I'm doing this in slow motion just so you can see those strokes. It's basically just a scribble. You want to make sure you leave some white space, and you're just going to go around making that circular shape. We're going to go take a look at this now in real time. You can see how fast my hand moves. I don't think quite as much. It gets in there, it gets messy, and just moves it around. A little scribble in the middle in a round shape. You're going to go out with some clean water, touching just 3 areas to make 3 separate bigger petals. Now we do the C curves quite a bit, but I love the way she does it because she gets messy with it. It's just like kind of scribbly. And then you go back in with some clean water and we're just going to soften those edges a little bit. So you go right into the color, let the bleeds happen naturally, kind of do a couple of lighter C curves on the outside of it, add some more color to the inside. So you could use like opera rose or something like that. And then more water again, and just dragging that petal out a little bit further to get it lighter on the edge. So you're going to add more water to it and drag that out around. Look how gorgeous that is. I don't know if that's a rose, but it's whatever it is, it's absolutely beautiful. Then we're going to add a couple leaves. I have switched brushes here to my oval wash brush, 1/4 inch. And now we're going back to do a second one in a more oval shape this time. Again, the scribbles on the inside, adding water to the outside. And usually she only does 3 petals to this. So you just take those larger strokes and bring out 3 big petals to the outside. Again, they're not touching, they have a little space between them. Then goes back in and drops in a little bit of that beautiful lavender color, some deeper purples, again violets on the inside with those little scribble marks, again more of that violet inside here. So all of these colors, she's kind of waiting and we're talking as we're going through it, and we're constantly adding more color back into it as that slightly dries. Then 2 little branches and some little leaves on this side. Now, I love the way she does her composition. I'm using a longer sheet of paper for this one. It's more of a 10.5 by 7.5. And this is Arsha, so it's good paper. And we're going to fill in some leaves. So this is where she starts, usually with 3 main roses, and then just spreads out some of that. Now this is a really pretty one too. I used a little bit of my lavender with a cobalt blue. Again, switch back to my oval wash brush. And you can see how I'm turning my brush to make those petals twist a little bit. Kind of curving them around. And the first one I had is like the little flip up. So you're looking at this one at an angle. So I slowed that down for you. Let's look at it again in real time. And you can see I'm using the side of the brush, the flat part of the brush, and a little bit of a twist at the end. Back to that 1/4 inch dagger brush for just a couple little marks on the inside here. And now I'm dropping in where it was wet, some more of that deeper violet. Just a little few dots in there. And look at that. Let that bleed in naturally. Can come around the outside to make a couple of little curves for the petals. And truly less is more with a lot of this. Just a couple little strokes and call it good. They're just like little scribbly strokes. Another little leaf pattern over here. We're going to do another flower using our violet. And once again, let's just do it slow first. So you can see where I'm pushing down, making that shape, coming around to the other side of it. So I've got 2 little tulips looking things, one on the outside, and then we're going to take the point of that brush, and again we're going to curve those little lines around, nice and light. Give it a little bit more inside here to fill that in. So again, we want that rounded shape, that little closed bud that's coming around, and I'm just kind of working in some of those areas, leaving some white space. Okay, and now again in real time, you can see how fast I make these little strokes. Again, curving around with a little fine tip. And you can make adjustments here. Closing that in, making sure to leave my white space. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to drop in a little bit darker value, adding a little blue to it. Again, just coming around the underneath here with a darker shade. Still, again, just giving some white space in there and moving that around. And now we have another little one over here where we're just going to do a couple little marks. Again, lighter purple, a little green on the edge. And we're going to add 2 of those green stems facing down and just filling in again just a tiny bit, leaving some white space. So we're going to do a leaf over here. I'm going to slow this one down too. You can see where I make that little S shape. I didn't have quite enough paint on it, so I'm going to come back in and do it again. You can see how quick that is. And then we can do another one on the other side. Okay, and again in real time, you can see how quick this goes. A little flip up, reload with paint, come down again, and then on the other side. Leave a nice little bit of white space in there sometimes too. I didn't quite catch that. And then I'm going to drop in just a little bit more of the darker green and let it just bleed in there. We're going back now with just a few little details in the center with a nice lime green. I just mixed my sap green with my lemon yellow. It gives some beautiful colors. And then we're going to do a couple more of these interesting looking flowers on this side. Again, a little green dab underneath. That could be where the bottom of the flower is. And then I'm just going to extend those out. I want to kind of tuck this little petal underneath in amongst the green, and then we're going to go back in with again the darker purple and just create just a few little marks in there. Now that is wet, but it's not really wet, so you're going to get some bleeds, but not a whole lot. I didn't have as much water on my brush this time, so you can see I'm trying to make the paints move a little bit. And we're going to tuck a couple little flower petals down here again, more of that beautiful lilac-y color that we have. I'll throw a little bit more in here as well for those colors. It was really pretty. Now this isn't dried yet. I'm going to go back in and add some darker purples to this petal. You can see where it's still wet in some of those areas. So I love the natural bleed that you get when you just put a couple of marks in there. And then I'm going to add just a little bit more of those little line work in from the center and then out. We're going to do one more rose shape over here. Again, we're facing it in an oval shape in that direction. And we're going to add some water. I'm going to keep it a little bit lighter than the other, and it's more pinky. It's just kind of tucked in there. It fills in the space quite nicely. That was all Chelsea's idea. She was using a different size paper when she was doing hers, and you'll be able to see hers hopefully soon. So again, we're going to add in some of that lavender in there while it's wet. We've extended those petals out in behind, a couple of little drops again while everything's wet and still moving, and maybe a little bit more deeper rose shade. And now I'm going to go back in with a little bit of the violet again. So you can see where I'm leaving some space in behind there. We're getting messy. It's just super fun. And you can see it lightened up a little bit as it started to dry. So now I'm throwing in some more of the rose madder color. I'm doing the same thing with some of the bigger ones. If I've got it in small one, I just want to mirror that, put a little bit inside of these bigger ones too. Again, still leaving the white space. Come around on the outside a little bit, just a couple little spots around. That's pretty wet now. So I'm going to go back over here to add some more leaves. I got this one a little darker than what I would have liked, but I'm just going to try to fill it in so it looks like it's coming from underneath. I kind of have it in the wrong direction, so I'm extending it out now. Once it dries, it's not bad. And then those a couple little sprigs that we had, I've switched to kind of a little oval brush that I have to create some little petals, little flower petals of pink. Again, I'm holding that brush in different directions. Just, you know, they could be loose. It's no particular type of flower. It's just a couple little spots of color. And then throwing in a little bit of my sienna in here for the stems. I do just one more over here. You can see I have another little stem and sienna that popped out. And here we have it. Like, how fun was that? Like, these are the prettiest flowers I think I've done. I did do a couple little turquoise marks in a few of those areas you can see in the center flower. I stopped recording at that point, but I think I got mostly everything for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy seeing Chelsey's version coming up soon. Of course, if you want more of these type of tutorials, we would love to have you join us in our membership.